Welcome back. Almost as soon as the earthquake hit, the news began flying around the world, the public and media alike wanting the latest updates and news. And as Claire Martin reports, one social media site and its Christchurch fans were vital in this sharing of information.
The tweeting began only moments after Saturday's big shake. The news of the 7.1 magnitude quake spread fast, and one tweeter says it's all thanks to modern media.
We were uploading photos to Twitter, which I saw some news sites actually use them, and we were using Twitter essentially to communicate, not just to people around Christchurch, but also around the country, around the world, let them know what was happening here.
And Twitter did just that. Within hours, Swifty NZ had media requests from major networks across the world. They'd seen his tweets online.
And I even got a tweet from someone at CNN saying, okay, you've got these great pictures, can you submit them to us so we can use them on our website? And submitted them. They gave me a call, asked me for a bit more information, and they started using them for their stories.
But the immediacy of Twitter and the international media has sparked controversy, some saying CNN were faster to report about the earthquake than our very own state broadcaster TVNZ. Tweeters like Edward say even though Twitter is great, fast and beneficial, it's not the end for traditional newsrooms.
I think it has a role to play. I mean, it's great for communicating, it's great to get those personal stories, and you can discover a lot of stories from an event like this.
It seems this emergency has only proved that sites like Twitter are another valuable tool when it comes to disaster. Claire Martin, Metro News.
And finally, to wrap up this week's coverage of the quake, we hear from two of our students who have been left homeless. They tell us their stories.
I just woke up at 4:30. First, I didn't actually feel the movement. It was a big loud noise and I thought it was a bomb. First of all, I thought it was a bomb, and I just got under my bed and hid.
So it was 4:30, so I'm told, and I woke up and I was being thrown out of bed. Like, I must have slept through the first part of the earthquake, because when I woke up I was just flung out of bed.
Suddenly the bricks from the chimney up above came down, so it came into my room, and the bits of gravel and things were hitting my legs, and I thought I was going to get buried.
I'm on the second level. As you can see, the building behind me, I'm in that top story up there. And I mean, as you can imagine, this whole building was just like, whoo, it was just swaying. So we were, I'm not even exaggerating, we were rocking backwards and forwards.
My stepdad Chris came with a flashlight, but to get to him, I had to climb over the bricks from my room, so that was quite scary.
This is kind of embarrassing, but we had to go to the supermarket and buy undies.
When we came out, we had to come over, and we were on the street, and we actually went to the Chateau Blanc for a bit in case there was another aftershock, and then we went over to my friend's place and just got some more clothes and things.
My flatmate and I literally broke down in tears in the supermarket when we saw that we had to buy a pack of undies, and we bought a toothbrush as well, and we were just bawling.
When we came back later, it was all closed off, and we thought we'd be able to get more things, but they were like, no way, it's really dangerous, more's going to come down.
When we moved in, we were all like, yeah, we've got a flat in Poplar Lane, we're right in the centre of town, look at us, we're so cool. We're like the only ones that don't have a home now.
We had lots of offers of staying in friends and beds and things.
I mean, I just want to go home. I just want to have my life back.
There's a lot of things that I want in there still, like sentimental things more. But I guess luckily we're all safe, and that's the most important thing.
That concludes tonight's coverage of the massive earthquake, but before we go, we promised you a story every week featuring a volunteer. This time, Gina Gerbic meets a volunteer inspired by her own ordeal.
It looks like any school camp, but this particular camp is a little bit different. Camp Quality is a camp for kids living with cancer. Camp Quality is celebrating its 25th year this year, and for one of their volunteers, Erin Cording, it's about giving back.
So when I was 14, I was diagnosed with an acute form of leukemia. And so for the 6 months prior to my first camp, I had a really intensive 6 months.
Erin attended Camp Quality and says it was one of the most significant milestones that helped her recover from cancer.
I went to Camp Quality as a camper for 2 years, and I loved it. I absolutely loved it. It was the most mind-blowing, amazing experience that I'd ever had.
And it was these good memories that inspired her. Ernie says she signed up to be a companion as soon as she was old enough.
And it was just the most amazing experience. Even being able to swim without a hat on and not worrying about anyone staring at my bald head it was such a godsend.
She knows firsthand how much the camp helps kids with cancer, and the best thing about Camp Quality is that the big C isn't brought up.
Cancer's almost never discussed. The only cool thing that happens sometimes is kids will have scar competitions, and they'll show off their scars to see who has the most impressive one.
Though volunteering and having fun with the kids is not without its low points.
It's always quite nostalgic to look back at previous logbooks and think about the campers who aren't with you anymore, but you know that they had a really amazing time that week at camp.
The bond created between campers and their volunteer companions isn't just over summer, rather the companions become a part of the family.
I'll go down to Timaru for the day and spend time with the family and just take a glimpse into their world and then take Emily away for a week.
This is the 6th year Ernie will be paired with her camper Emily and says she can't wait to get back to giving back. Gina Gerbic, Metro News.
And that's Metro News for this eventful and traumatic week. Remember, if you have a story you think we should cover, make sure to send us an email at metronews@windowslive.com or call us on 03 940 7572. Join us again on CTV at 7 p.m. next Thursday.